So today we're making zucchini fritters. And so let me show you what it's gonna look like. Okay. So in the beginning of the recipe or whatever, it just says place grated zucchini in a sieve or colander. And it doesn't tell me if I should peel it, so I'm not peeling it. Okay?
You're not gonna peel it?
No.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna cut the ends off like that. And it also said use 1 pound, but I don't have like a vegetable scale or anything, and I tried using the regular scale.
Yeah, put it up.
And that's like a lot of zucchini. So I'm just gonna use 4 zucchinis and just hope for the best.
I didn't put the cheese.
And yeah. So that's what we're doing now.
Our mom is with the tortillas.
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Jessie for letting me use this because I do not have one. Because like, who has these? Like, it's like a straight white person type of thing. I don't even know. Yeah. So it's gonna take a minute. This stuff takes a minute.
You should show them what you're doing.
Okay, wait. Look. That's what it's gonna look like. Or should I use the bigger one?
Yes.
I'm gonna just use the small one because those things don't look big or whatever. Yeah. So while I'm doing this, I'll be telling y'all what happened at work today. So I worked today from 10 to 5, but technically 10 to 4 o'clock because I had cross-country practice this morning, and we were there for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and like, that's a long time. And if anyone knows me, y'all know that CRV is gonna turn on or it's not gonna turn on. And after 1 hour and 30 minutes, I was like, this thing's gonna turn on. Like, how is it not gonna turn on? I go inside, I'm like, I gotta go take a shower. And so for work, and so I was trying to turn it on, and it didn't turn on. I was like, are you serious? And a bunch of my teammates were on the benches or whatever talking, and I was just praying they did not hear the car not turn on. And then Adrian started laughing at me, and I was like, this is not okay. And so I texted him, and I was like, do you think you can take me to work? And I was gonna go to Angel's house to take a shower there. He wasn't there, don't worry. At Livia, whatever. He wasn't there. It was his sister, because I just wanted to go take a shower and then go to work, since he's closer than Maurice, because Maurice is all the way in Park City. And so I sat there for like 5 minutes trying to get the car to turn on, and then Adrian tried, and then it turned on, and I was like, okay, bet. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to Angel's, and he was like, just text me if it doesn't turn on or something, and I was like, okay, thank you. And so I get to Angel's house, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus, for letting this car turn on. And so I go, and I'm trying to go inside or like knock or whatever, and I knock, and no one comes to the door, and I'm like, did Destiny have practice or something? Because I knocked, I was standing there for like 5 minutes, and I was just breaking in a sweat just standing there because it was so hot outside. And yeah, no one came to the door. I even looked through the window. It's kind of creepy. And I even called her like 3 times, but it didn't work. But so I went back to the car, and I called my sister, Ramona, and I was like, hey, are you home? Do you think I can come over and take a shower before work? And she was like, yeah, come over. And I was like, bet. And I was like, I just hope the car turns on. And you know what it did do? It didn't turn on. Now I'm out here in this heat, sweating, and I'm like, are you serious? And I just kept trying and trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. And I was just like, come on, please. Please. And then it turned on. And I was like, thank you. And so I got to Maurice's house. And I was there at 9. And so I had to leave by like 9:50 to get to work at 10. And so I was leaving, washed, showered, and she gave me breakfast, thank you. And then I was leaving, trying to go to work, and the car wasn't trying to turn on. And I was like, are you serious? And I showed up 10 minutes late because the car wasn't turning on. So I need to find a car ASAP. So if anyone has any suggestions or anything under $4,000, please and thank you. And maybe we can talk or something. Give it to me for free maybe, but you know. And yeah. And then, you know, working with food, you meet a lot of weird, ignorant, racist people. And so this man bought a Grecian style chicken. And so I was just giving him his food, whatever. And you know how like people are scared of the virus or whatever? Instead of like handing it to me, they toss it at me. And I'm like, am I kind of some animal or something? Like, just hand me the card. Like, you don't have to touch me. And I was just like, fine. If he's gonna toss it at me, I'm just gonna lay it right there and he can reach for it. And so when I was done charging his card, I just laid it right there. And this man was struggling to get that card. And I was like, should I push it? Nah, I'm gonna just let him reach real hard for that. And then, you know what he said to me? He said, so y'all have this coronavirus crap down in Mexico? And I was like, what did you say to me? Because I'm brown and I know what's going on in Mexico? FYI, I have no idea what's going on in Mexico, but I think my mom said something and it's not as bad or something. I don't know. Everyone's staying in and stuff. And so I was like, of course they have the virus. I told them it's a pandemic. It's worldwide. What do you mean is it in Mexico? And then I was like, but it's worse over here than it is over there. And then he was like, And I was like, yeah, have a good day. But the audacity of this man just being like, is this in Mexico or whatever? I'm just like, what do you mean is it in Mexico? You know, Mexico closed its borders, like, I don't know. Whatever. He didn't even tip, so. By the way, if you go to Raphael's, tip, please. It helps a lot because sometimes you just have bad days. But it's okay. You don't even have to tip. If you're just nice in general, I don't even care if you tip. So, look how much zucchini we have. That's a lot of zucchini. I think I'm just gonna do one more. I'm gonna do this small one. And then we're just gonna move on because I don't even know how much I'm using. So we're just gonna go with it. Alright, so I'm gonna get everything prepared, and then I have to add like it's gonna have like feta cheese and all this stuff, so that's gonna be pretty cool. So let's see how this goes. By the way, this cooking book or whatever, book cooking, no, yeah, cooking book. It's Miss Nunley's cooking book. So if you see this McKinley, like, this is hers. I will give it back don't worry, I'll just give it back my senior year, you know, when I'm done with everything. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to do all of them. It's hard. Some of these recipes take forever. I'll post my cream of artichoke video. That thing was, let me tell you that, I've never had artichoke before. They have like little hairs inside of it. I'm just like, what even is this plant? So I'm also gonna try eggplant. I've never had eggplant. And there's like a recipe in here with eggplant. And the thing about this book, it's vegetarian. So like this stuff is healthy too. So if I like memorize how to make this stuff, like that's gonna be pretty cool too. And these fritters or whatever, these are appetizers, so they're not like a meal. But I'm not even that hungry, so hopefully my siblings shall eat it. Okay, so I finished peeling that other one. And let's see what it says. These things are really cool. Like, we used to have one, and we would like grate cheese on it, because you know how like mom would make enchiladas or like something like that with shredded cheese. I would love to use this thing. Don't worry, I washed my hands. I would love to use this thing to grate that stuff, because it's just fun to use in general. But then like we never washed it right, and it got like really dirty, or it was gross. Okay, it's wanting me to let it stand for 30 minutes to draw excess oil. And then we add crumbled cheese with a feta cheese, green onion, dill, mint, parsley, egg, flour, salt, and pepper. So while that's standing, look how much zucchini we have. While that's standing, I'm gonna cut everything else. And let me put a timer. Alright, so I'll come back on whenever I'm like grilling it. I don't know.